Sarah Ferguson disappeared when the questions got louder, and now she's back, living in luxury, while the world is still waiting for answers. In today's video, we will analyze the latest news around her, and we will look critically at why this story matters to us. Because this is not only about one woman being photographed at a luxury ski resort. It is about privilege, reputation, public trust, and the uncomfortable question of whether royal connections can still protect people long after the public has lost patience. Welcome to Headline to Heartline. Some doors are opened by merit, and some are opened by a title. What is an easy life, really? Is it comfort without explanation, privacy without consequence, or the ability to disappear when the questions become too loud? And do you know the price of being yourself when the world has spent decades rewarding you not only for who you are, but for the royal rooms you once belonged to? That is the uncomfortable question at the heart of Sarah Ferguson's latest chapter. The first part of the story came with a headline built to grab attention. The Sun declared, "Fergie finally found," after Sarah Ferguson was pictured at a luxury ski resort in Austria, seen for the first time in 7 months amid the continuing shadow of the Epstein scandal. Page 6 and People also reported on the sighting, describing her low-profile stay, the secluded setting, and the sense of a woman keeping carefully out of public view. But the second part, and perhaps the more important part, comes from the Times. The Times moves the story beyond the photograph. It asks us to look at what may be happening behind the curtain. According to its reporting, Sarah Ferguson is not simply hidden away in Europe. She may also be weighing her next public move, including the possibility of a major paid interview or media project. That changes the tone of the story. Suddenly, this is not just about where she has been. It is about whether scandal, silence, and royal association can still be turned into currency. And that is why this article matters. Because without the royal connection, would this life still be available to her? Would the luxury retreat, the global interest, the potential media attention, and the endless second chances still be waiting? Or is this another example of how proximity to the royal family can keep doors open long after public trust has begun to close? Sarah Ferguson is no longer a working royal, and that matters. But she is not simply a private citizen either, at least not in the public imagination. She was married to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the former prince and former Duke of York, whose titles were removed after years of scandal. She is the mother of Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. She has spent decades moving in and around the royal world, benefiting from its glamour, its access, and its protection, even when her own reputation has been tested again and again. For British taxpayers, that tension is hard to ignore. The royal family asks the public to believe in duty, service, restraint, and sacrifice. Yet stories like this can make the institution look less like service and more like a lifelong safety net for those lucky enough to have once crossed the threshold. That does not mean Sarah Ferguson should be denied dignity. It does not mean she has no right to rebuild her life. But it does mean the public has a right to ask sharper questions. Who pays for the comfort? Who benefits from the silence? And why do some people connected to royalty seem able to fall, retreat, return, and still find the balcony waiting? The Times is important here because it does not simply show us a woman found in the Alps. It points to the larger machinery around her: media interest, reputation management, financial pressure, and the enduring commercial value of a royal name. At its heart, this is not a story about a ski resort. It is a story about privilege after scandal. It is about the difference between being held accountable and being quietly repositioned. And it is about a royal family that cannot keep asking for public respect while allowing old controversies to keep walking back through the front door. So the question is not only where Sarah Ferguson is now, the question is this: if she had never been royal, would anyone still be paying attention, offering money, or making room for her comeback? And perhaps that is the real headline beneath the headline. Not that Fergie was finally found, but that the system around her may never have truly let her go. Thank you for staying with me. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content.